It rose from humble beginnings in the Valley of the Sun. A sprint car racer saw the need for racing shirts. And now, the vision of Carl Korbacher has resulted in Arizona Sport Shirts helping racers across America spread their message. For the best custom designed shirts, hoodies, caps, koozies, and much more, go to ArizonaSportShirts.com. Be part of history. Arizona Sport Shirts, the original racing shirt.
If this is your idea of ladylike, you're gonna fit right in. Join us at Toyota Racing.
American beer, a brand new national treasure.
Out of Lake Elmo, Minnesota. In his 8th year of Super Late Model Competition, the Soyberg Calf Ranches, Land of Pressure Washers, Hanco Corporation, Fuel Factory, The Real Cafe, B1, it's Brett Larson.
Only the toughest drivers can handle the World of Outlaws Late Model Series. Only the toughest pressure washers carry the name Landa. Now showing the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Model Series, presented by DIRTVision. Featuring the best drivers, biggest races.
Fantastic start! The Reaper strikes! He wins the 2025 season opener!
And best coverage of dirt late model racing.
My name is Ashton Smythe. I'll be covering all of the action.
Powerful late models on the planet!
DIRTVision is home to the greatest shows on dirt.
There's no better way to spend your Friday night than watching dirt track racing here at River Cities Speedway. Welcome into the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models presented by DIRTVision. My name is Ashton Smythe, and I'll be covering all of the action trackside tonight for you, joined by the voice of the World of Outlaws up in the booth in just a little bit, Ruben Morales. And whether you're joining us here in Grand Forks, North Dakota, or watching at home on DIRTVision, thank you so much for spending your Friday evening with us. Now it is a beautiful, some might say perfect or close to perfect race day temperature here in Grand Forks. Mother Nature has not been too kind to the Outlaws in the past few days. We've had 2 cancellations this week, so all the drivers are eager to get back out on the racetrack here at River City tonight, and Mother Nature cooperating with us as well. 77 degrees, a little bit of a breeze blowing through the area, which always makes it much better. We shouldn't have any worries about rain going into tonight's feature, so we're all set and ready for some racing action. Now, like I said, 2 cancellations this week, so just under a week ago was the last time we were in action. That was back at I-55 Federated Auto Parts Raceway Park in Peevely, Missouri, where a first-time winner visited victory lane, and it was just a matter of win for him and this team. That is Drake Troutman into the 22-star team, 40 laps, and he took the checkered flag first. In case you weren't able to join us, here's what you missed.
The finale of the St. Louis Firecracker Face-Off sees the Gorsuch Performance green flag. Let's go.
Mike Harrison up the track there just a little bit in front of the 49 of Jake Tim. Up back straight away. Brian Shirley's going to dispatch 22 at Drake Troutman early. Bobby Pierce quickly into that 5th spot. Leader on lap number 1 will be Mike Harrison at 33.
Mike Harrison looking good. Here comes Shirley after Tim. Tim upsets the race car going into turn number 1. Shirley will take that 2nd spot down the back straight away.
We saw Brian Shirley to his inside. Keep an eye on Bobby Pierce, Drake Troutman. That's a great battle as well. Keep an eye also on the damage now to the right rear of the 33.
Troutman goes to the inside of Tim. Oh man, hard contact from Troutman to the 49 of Tim. And here comes the 32 of Pierce to the inside of the 49 of Tim. As Dual Box on DIRTVision continues here, action everywhere. Yeah, good battle there. Down the front straightaway, Harrison continues to hold on to it. He'll go to the outside of the 20 to Dennis Herb Jr. Man, Shirley bouncing there in 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Pierce now to 32. Pierce looks to the outside, now looks to the inside. Gonna throw it to the inside. 3 wide for 2nd here at Peevely.
Lap cars everywhere. Aaron Moran's off the pace. Can he get off the racing surface as Brian Shirley over the cushion? Shirley got up and over that ledge there. Troutman went by now. Troutman a little bobble. Shirley right back by. Great battle for 2nd here off turn number 4.
Troutman with a big slider on Shirley down the front stretch. Troutman takes 2nd. Here comes Shirley once again to his inside, and he'll reclaim 2nd. Troutman gonna go to his inside. Man, what a battle there! And here comes a 32 up here. Now Mike Harrison has led it since the drop of the green. Down the back straightaway, Troutman still has 2nd. Shirley 3rd, but here comes Pierce now to the inside of Shirley and gets around Chamberlain 2 for the price of 1. Bobby Pierce now has clear sailing between him and Troutman for 2nd. He'll go high in turns 3 and 4. Harrison, upsets the race car. New race leader, Drake Troutman at the line here at Peevely.
Up front straightaway, he's going to work to the outside of Michael Leach. He's got Nick Hoffman right in front of him here. A couple of laps yet to go. Harrison still 2nd. Pierce is 3rd. Turbo now to the inside of Shirley. He'll take 4th. Down the back straightaway as they battle for top 5 run.
Drake Troutman getting the signal from his crew guy saying, hey, don't force the issue. You got a massive lead. But right now, Turbo and Shirley really going at it here as Shirley gets back around him and now goes after the 32 of Pierce and gets around him for 3rd.
What a battle down the back straightaway. White flag will be set to fly this time by for Drake Troutman here in 22.
The Barrett's Performance 1 to go. Drake Troutman got around the lap traffic, did a solid job down the back straightaway. Opened up to a very comfortable lead and off a turn number 4. His first with the World of Outlaws, $20,000. Troutman is a winner with the World of Outlaws.
Troutman fresh off of his first Outlaw victory, but he had a lot of momentum moving on his side with it before that first Outlaw victory. Picked up $100,000 back at Mississippi Thunder in the Modifieds just a few weeks before that. Also has 3 Hell Tour wins in the past few weeks, 2 being in a late model, 1 being in a modified, and now his first Outlaw win. But let's take a second to dive deeper into his stats of his 2025 rookie campaign with the World of Outlaw Real American Beer late models. 6 top 5s so far on the season, 9 top 10s, an average finish of 10.6. That means you're most likely to see Drake Troutman finish in the top 10, if not on the podium, like we've seen many times, and now picking up his first Outlaw win. We caught up with him earlier on about, hey, it's been almost a week. Has it kicked in yet now that you're a real Outlaw, or that you picked up your first Outlaw win? And here's what he had to say.
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, definitely a relief, you know, to take and get that first one down. And, you know, our stuff's been really good, and I really have no idea why, but just everything's clicking right now. And, you know, it's like a roller coaster. I mean, you can win one night, the next night you're in a B main. So, you know, it just makes it tough. But, I mean, I don't care what anyone says. All of us racers are just a bunch of head cases. Like, I mean, if we're running good, everyone's happy. If you're running bad, you're going into the night, and it's like, damn, like, you know, what are we doing? So, you know, morale is definitely up around here. You know, Team 22 morale's up, and you know, we're confident in the cars and all of our equipment. We're just really excited to get racing here again. But, you know, you win races, and then points follow. You know what I mean? So, we just, you know, want to keep running good, and you know, of course, try to stay as consistent as we can, and just see how it all pans out.
Drake Troutman hoping to kind of ride that momentum and continue on this upward trend of ending up in victory lane. And man, what an exciting one it was at I-55 watching him pick up his first Outlaw win. Someone who's looking for their first win of the 2025 season and has a little bit of frustration behind that as well. Many podium finishes, 6 top 5s on the season, but still looking for that first win. That's the 3S of Brian Shirley. But let's take a trip back to 2024 when the Outlaws visited River Cities Speedways right here. That was where Brian Shirley ended up in victory lane for the first time in the 2024 season, and that kind of kicked off his second half of the season where he visited victory lane 4 more times, making it a total of 5 in 2024. Rolling back through River Cities, man, Squirrel is feeling good. He is ready to end up back in victory lane, and he's really confident that it can get here tonight and hopefully kind of repeat what they did in the 2024 season. But only time will tell if he will repeat that trend from last year or not, so keep your eye on the 3S of Brian Shirley tonight. Another driver who's had some good luck this year, but not here at River Cities necessarily, and that is the smooth operator himself, Bobby Pierce. 5 wins on the 2025 season, and he also leads the current World of Outlaw points. And an interesting statistic to point out to you as well, all 5 of those wins for Bobby Pierce and that 32 team have come at racetracks that he's never won before with at Outlaw competition. River Cities, this is a racetrack that Bobby Pierce has never won in at Outlaw competition. So it might be continuing this trend for Bobby Pierce tonight. And also 9 straight consecutive top 5s for that 32 team. But he's still looking for a top 10 here at River Cities on their 3rd visit here with the Outlaws. We caught up with him earlier on about what about this racetrack is just so challenging to him and how his season's been going so far.
This racetrack is very tricky in the sense that it's super circular. We hardly ever get straight here. The back stretch for maybe 10 feet of it, we get straight, which isn't much. So it's tough to kind of, in my opinion, kind of do some things out there, like make some passes, because you have to work a guy a long time to get by him, I feel like. So that's probably the challenge of this track compared to everywhere else. Smoky Mountain, Swainsboro, some places like that. Of course, Talladega. Lots of tracks that I didn't really expect to win. I knew we could have a good run, but when we won those races, that was a big confidence boost. Right now, I've kind of built a good safety net. I think 102 points, so we can kind of go out there and be a little more risky, I guess, with it. Unless that point gap kind of tightened up more, then my mind would really be on it. But if we can kind of keep a healthy safety net of a point gap there, I probably won't be thinking too much about the points until we get closer to Charlotte, because I'll just be thinking about winning it, hopefully. That's the end goal, obviously, is to win another championship. So, like I said, hopefully we can just, if we can continue to grow the lead, that's good. But if I can just keep it here at about 100-point gap, that's really good. So.
You heard Bobby mention that gap that he has, and that's talking about the championship battle. 102 points separate him and second place of Nick Hoffman right now. So although River Cities isn't too kind to him, he's hoping he rebound from that, but he also has a little bit of a buffer moving forward with that points championship as well. But let's kick it off. Racing action is about to start, but before we do, let's take a quick second to look at what's on tap for tonight with the order of events. Not only are the late models here, but we are also joined by the Midwest Modifieds and the Street Stocks, but it will be the World of Outlaw Real American Beer late models kicking off tonight's action, starting with their hot laps before they take to the track once again for their 2-lap qualifying session. We'll take a quick break for opening ceremonies before we move into Midwest Modified heats, followed by late model heats, 8 laps apiece. We will have 4 of them, and then street stock heats. We will then move into that ever important redraw. Top 2 finishers from each of the World of Outlaw heat races will join me in that redraw, where we will set the front 4 rows for our feature later on tonight, before we move into last chance showdowns for the modifieds and the late models. It then is feature racing action time, and kicking it off tonight is the Midwest Modified feature, followed by the Street Stock feature, and closing out the night, the World of Outlaw Real American Beer late model feature for 40 laps around River Cities Speedway. Like I said, my name is Ashlyn Smythe. I have you covered with all the action happening down here and in the pit area, but Ruben, you got a great view, and something really interesting that Bobby and I were talking about, and you heard him say as well, how circular this racetrack is. It'll be interesting to see what drivers drivers take that challenge and run with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Good evening to you, Ashton. And yeah, it's really interesting what he mentioned. They hardly get straight here at River Cities, right? Things happen so much in a hurry. Coming from a driver that grew up and cut his teeth at those Illinois bull rings, that's one unique thing. And another thing that I want to bring up too here at River Cities Speedway, up here WISSOTA late models are the big thing around this area. That's the sanctioning body. But the thing with WISSOTA late models, they run a spec engine package. They're not allowed to run super engines and then put a restrictor plate on that super engine to run at a lower RPM there. But the thing is, they're 150 to 200 horsepower under what these World of Outlaws super late models have under the hood of the race cars. So River Cities being a bull ring, slicking off nicely. Equalizer. We're in for a great show. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to River Cities Speedway, ready for another fantastic night of racing. The 18th race at River Cities Speedway for the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models. Hot lap session number 1 on the Speedway. It's going to be led out by Sam Mars in the number 28 out of Menominee, Wisconsin. 7 World of Outlaws starts, best finish 8th right here, River Cities Speedway back in 2024. The 74X Ethan Dodson, MT3 Rookie of the Year contender out of Bakersfield, California. 35 World of Outlaw starts, got his feature win at Farmer City Raceway earlier this year at the Illini 100. The current World of Outlaws point leader out of Oakwood, Illinois, Bobby Pierce, 8th on the all-time wins list with 36 career World of Outlaw victories in his 182 World of Outlaw starts. The 2022 World of Outlaws champion out of Carpentersville, Illinois. 369 Outlaw starts, 14 career victories for Dennis Erb Jr. MT3 Rookie of the Year contender out of Winona, Minnesota, the Gorilla Mill, number 49 at Jake Tam. 37 World of Outlaw starts, best finish 7th at Mississippi Thunder back in 2021. Coming off his best finish of the season a week ago at Peevely, Tanner English out of Benton, Kentucky. 3 World of Outlaw victories for Tanner English in his 115 World of Outlaw starts for the 2022 World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year. Those are all the drivers here in hot lap session number 1 with the World of Outlaws at River Cities Speedway. There's Ryan Gustin, the 19R, actually. One more driver out there, Ryan Gustin. How about this? The top 3 in points. Gustin, obviously 3rd. Hoffman and Pierce ahead of him have never finished in the top 10 here at River Cities. Talk to Ryan. Tonight could be a good night for Ryan Gustin, a former winner here at River Cities with the Outlaws, to cash in and close in on the 2 drivers ahead of him in the point standings. 12 World of Outlaw feature wins for the Reaper in his 186 World of Outlaw starts. There you see Emma Tim selling some merchandise down there, the Gorilla Mill 49. Good to have them on the tour. Of course, Bob Tim, Tyrone Lingenfelder down there, Mississippi Thunder Speedway, Dairyland Showdown. What a successful one this year. Nick Hoffman, the winner of that event. Can't wait for that one next year down there at Mississippi Thunder. A lot of events coming up with the Outlaws next weekend. $50,000 to win. Napa Auto Parts, go for 50 Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But for now, the boys are back at River Cities.
We've been waiting for a long time. Yes, we've been waiting for a long, long time. We've been waiting for a long time. Oh, yeah.
Getting ready to rock and roll here at River City Speedway. Track record here at River City set by Joey Peterson on September 9th, 2018 at 11.255. 11.255. We'll kick it off here with Dennis Erb Jr., 13.051. 17 races held with the Outlaws here at River Cities, 12 different winners, only 5 repeat winners. Terrell Lanigan, Tim Fuller, Tim McCready, Brandon Shepard, and Shane Clanton. Only one of those repeat winners here with us, and that's Tim McCready for the first time in over 10 years that he's been to River City Speedway. We'll see him a little later on in the program, but it's that driver right there, Jake Tim, with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap at a 12.312. 12.312. By the 49 at Jake Tim, the Gorilla Mill, Herco Company's Mesilla Valley Transportation, number 49. There's Angie Pierce, Bobby's mom. Down there at the Souvenir Trailer Vendor Row, always a good one with the World of Outlaws. You have all the great vendors. You have the Dirt King Simulators, which just adds a whole other level to our vendor row, and it's fantastic down there. Get on the simulator. If you're here at the racetrack, if you turn the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap on the simulator, you get a prize, and there it is right there, right on cue. Head on down there. Price is on the board, and hey, you want to be the fastest hot lapper and get a prize. Hot lap session number 2, led out by Brian Shirley out of Chatham, Illinois, 12-time World of Outlaws feature winner in his 277 World of Outlaws starts. Right behind him out of Rochester, Minnesota, that's Dustin Sorensen, 61 World of Outlaws starts, best finish 2nd at Brownstown Speedway back in 2024. Don Shaw to Ham Lake, Minnesota in the 42S. 8 World of Outlaws starts. Best finish 13th at the Red River Co-op Speedway back in 2012. Right behind him, making their World of Outlaws debut out of Fargo, North Dakota, the number 15 in her second year on and off of late model racing. That's going to be Layla Eisenshank. Eisenshank in the number 15, Donnie Schatz's nieces. The number 15, Layla Eisenshank, making her World of Outlaws debut. And there you see their merch set up down there in Vendor Row. They were so cool to talk to earlier today. We'll have a lot to cover on them later on in the program. Cole Schill out of Holly, Minnesota, the 44 star, 9 World of Outlaws starts, best finish 11th here at River Cities back in 2019. And from Montana, Sun River, Michael Leach, 3 World of Outlaws starts, got his best finish last week at Peebly, 16th for the Montana Express. Those are the drivers here in hot lap session number 2 at River Cities Speedway. Brian Shirley, 4th quick. Cole Schill goes to 3rd quick in the 44 star. How about the 15? Layla Eisenshank, her first ever start with the World of Outlaws in general. They haven't even made a start with the World of Outlaws at NOS Energy Drink Sprint Car Series. They were planning on doing it earlier this year. Things didn't work out. They said, let's do it later this year, but they're doing it now here with the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Model Series. But it's Don Shaw, the fastest out of this group. He's 3rd quick overall in hot laps at a 12.635. There's Race Ranch down there, and go check out all the great merchandise down there. World of Outpaws in action down there as well. We love all our furry friends on the tour. Next group getting ready to roll onto the speedway. Hot lap session number 3. It's still Jake Tim with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap at a 12.312. Track record 11.255. Nowhere close at the moment. 6-time track champion here at River Cities Speedway in his 12th year of Super Late Model competition of East Grand Forks, Minnesota. Dustin Strand, 12 World of Outlaws starts. Best finish 5th right here with the Outlaws in 2020. Out of Mooresville, North Carolina, 2nd in the World of Outlaws point standing, 7-time World of Outlaws feature winner in his 3rd year with the series. It's the thrill from Mooresville, Nick Hoffman. Out of Richmond, Indiana, the Gibson Racing Vision Woodworks 20 TC, Tristan Chamberlain, 46 World of Outlaws starts, best finish 3rd at Rocket Raceway from 17th last year. Right behind him, from right down the road at a Renner, South Dakota, in the 76, Snowdrift, Blair Nodorf, 26 World of Outlaws starts, best finish 9th twice. Volusia and River Cities for the 76 is Snowdrift. And the number 16, Tyler Bruning, Fear the Beard, back with the Outlaws, 153 World of Outlaws starts for the 2021 Rookie of the Year. Best finish 2nd at Livonia back in 2021. Making her World of Outlaws debut at a Fargo, North Dakota, the number 1, Amelia Eisenshank. Also in her 2nd year on and off of a late model racing, raced Gateway 2024, multiple 305 wing sprint car victories, lots of 410 top 10s. Trying to make her first Outlaw start. The B1, Brent Larson of Lake Elmo, Minnesota, 308 World of Outlaw starts, best finish 2nd at Cedar Lake and Mississippi Thunder Speedway in his 9th year of Super Late Model competition. And his son, Matthew Larson, right behind him, the 3rd generation 19-year-old, trying to make his first Outlaw start tonight in his 1st year of Super Late Model competition. Roxon and Maddox and Kaufman's boys down there in the souvenir trailer, rooting for their dad. Blair Nodorf to the top of the charts. Chamberlain was up there as well. Racetrack looking really good here at River Cities Speedway. One of the best stops all year long with the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models. Blair Nodorf with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap, and now it's Brent Larson. Brent Larson 12.023, nearly an 11-second lap by Brent Larson, 12.023 for the B1 Bomber, as he has the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap at a 12.023. In Atlanta Pressure Washers Fuel Factory, Hancock Corporation, Soybert Camp Ranches, T-Pack Real Cafe, number B1. Next group getting ready to roll onto the speedway here in just a few moments. DIRTVision replay here. Tristan Chamberlain getting into the wall and guardrail there. in the 20 TC. They'll get that straightened out and get ready for qualifying here in just a few moments. Drivers, quick turnaround. They'll do hot laps and then they get ready for qualifying. Next group rolling onto the speedway, going to be led out by Evan George's Cody Overton. That Stein Motorsports number 253 World of Outlaws starts. Best finish third at Volusia earlier this year. And there's Ashton Winger out of Hampton, Georgia, 4 World of Outlaw victories in his 85 starts for the 2020 Rookie of the Year. In 2023 Dirt Car Summer Nationals champion at the Jeff Matthews Motorsports number 12. The Team 22 Incorporated most recent winner on the tour at Peevely, picking up his first World of Outlaws win on his 34th start. It's Drake Troutman in the 22 star, and right behind him, the 2-time and defending WISSOTA national champion at Hickson, North Dakota, Tyler Peterson. Other drivers on the speedway, you'll find the 2006 World of Outlaws champion, Tim McCready, out of Watertown, New York. 36 World of Outlaw victories for Tim McCready in his 471 World of Outlaw starts. Other drivers on the speedway, you'll find the number 73 out of Laurie, Minnesota, Zach Johnson. Zach Johnson in his 12th year of super late model racing, but his first year back after a 7-year break. This year, 10 races, 2 wins out in Arizona, here in Minnesota. Right down the road, 7 World of Outlaw starts for Zach Johnson. Best finish 15th at River Cities back in 2010. The E85, that's going to be Jason Strand out of Portland, North Dakota, in his 5th year of late model racing. 5 World of Outlaw starts, best finish right here, 11th a year ago. Those are all the drivers around the speedway here for the 4th and final hot lap session at River Cities. Troutman on your screen, the 22 star. 11th quick here. First visit for Troutman to River Cities Speedway. Winner at Peevely. Cody Overton, 6th quick. Ashton Winger, the quickest out of this group. He's 2nd quick overall at a 12.149. Larson still with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap, but there's Ashton Winger. 12.149. Checkered flag is out here in this final hot lap session, and it's going to be Brent Larson with the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap. Ashton Winger was the quickest out of this group. He goes 2nd quick overall. Brent Larson will get an extra $100 courtesy of Dirt King Simulators for having the Dirt King Simulator's fastest hot lap. A quick turnaround for the World of Outlaws drivers as they hot lap and then they get ready for qualifying here this evening. 31 entries here at River Cities Speedway for the World of Outlaws Real American Beer Late Models presented by DIRTVision. We'll have 16 cars in Group A, 15 cars in Group B. We will have 4 heat races tonight. 2 last chance showdowns tonight, 40 laps the distance, $12,000 on the line. Ashton, I want to bring you in here. We are in for a fantastic night of racing. Of course, coming up here to the north, you know, we only get to do it once a year. It's a really, really cool to come on out here. And of course, your first time to North Dakota.
Yeah, Ruben, it is my first time here in North Dakota, and man, this racetrack looks so cool, very fast as well. And something funny I kind of wanted to point out is you as well, now that hot laps wrapping up. Cody Overton was fastest in hot laps earlier on, and last night he was debating. He said, last year I shaved everything except the mustache, and I was really fast here. We showed up at the racetrack today. Cody Overton shaved everything but the mustache, and hey, it kind of paid off for him in hot laps towards the top of the board for that 2 car.
Well, it's funny that you say that because drivers are very superstitious. You know, Billy Moyer, one of the all-time greats, he hated chicken wings. You know, some drivers don't like the chicken bones, right? The color green is very another superstitious one. Some drivers wear the same boxers. It's superstitions, right, Ashton?
Yeah, exactly. And I know Peanut's a big one as well.
Yes,
Our race director,
yes.
Steve Francis, not a fan of them. But yeah, everyone has their own sort of thing. But hey, Cody Overton, it worked out for him. So
Yeah, we'll see if we can translate that into qualifying. Ashton, of course, Jake Tim coming off his career best at Peevely. Tanner English coming off his career best of the season. Just a lot of drivers that really, had a tough start to the year, but really turning it around here, especially perfect time to turn it around. This swing, a lot of good race cars out here, but definitely good opportunities to make features and gain even more better results.
Yeah, I got the opportunity to catch up with all the rookies yesterday. Drake Troutman, Ethan Dotson, and Jake Tim, unfortunately with the rain out at I-94. But man, talking to Jake Tim, it's a complete morale switch since the start of his rookie season here. Obviously taking a little bit of time off from super late model competition before tackling back out with the Outlaws. But he was overrunning some Hell Tour races. Quick time, won his heat, ran second at Davenport, and then followed that up with a top 10 at Lee County. And then coming back with the Outlaws last week in an I-55, won his heat and started on the front row of Saturday night's feature and got his best Outlaw feature finish of 9th of so far this season. So yeah, Jake Tim starting to continue to click off laps here. That seat time's paying off for him, and he might be another driver we see in victory lane before the end of the season. Yeah, it's really cool for Shirley as well. Shirley, his best finish of the season, Ashton, has been third twice, Raceway 7 and Farmer City. Shirley got third again. That team starting to pick up some momentum in the 3S, and of course Troutman picking up his win, as you mentioned, and as well as Jake Tim 9th. So a lot of good things happening here with some of these guys that really need some momentum. And of course, 6th for Tanner English Friday night, we mentioned that, and of course another win for Bobby Pierce in the 32. You touched on it on your pre-race. Bobby Pierce has never finished even in the top 10 here. Nick Hoffman has never finished inside the top 10 here as well. Ryan Gustin, on the other hand, has won here. Tonight could be a big night for Gustin to cash in and possibly close in on the 2 ahead of him in the point standings. Yeah, there's still a pretty good gap between him, Hoffman, and Bobby Pierce at the top 3 there. But honestly, Ruben, what kind of surprised me is some of our newer drivers were filling a lot of the top spots at the top of the board here. But also, can we talk about Tim McCready for a second? Hasn't been here in 10 years, but the only driver here who has multiple wins here at River Cities with the Outlaws. So that's another one to be thrown into the mix as well. Lots of guys to look for going into tonight. I mean, there's so much to talk about, Ruben. How about Tim McCready, Ashton? Tim McCready, there's only been 5 repeat winners here. He hasn't been here in 10 years, and he's back. So thank you very much, Ashton. We get ready for qualifying. Tim McCready won here 2015 with the Outlaws, and 2011. He's back for the first time in 10 years. All right, we commence Group A qualifying. First driver onto the speedway out of Menominee, Wisconsin, and the MB Custom Pro Power, Vite Companies, Deppy Enterprises, TL Sims Plumbing, Army Contractors, Accurate Construction, Kai's, Chevytown, Mid-State Hydraulics, Shackleton Tree Service, number 28 at Sam Mars, and the 2022 World of Outlaws champion out of Carpentersville, Illinois, the Rocket Clements, McBride Mac, Vomac Truck Sales, 5-Star Race Car Bodies, Fox Shocks, Kaiser, VP, PRC, Dundee Heating and Air Conditioning, Colin Signs, Tools and All the Sales and Detailing, number 28, Dennis Erb Jr. First lap coming up here for Sam Mars. Sam Mars, 12.308. Dennis Erb faster, 12.153. This is the car that Sam Mars flipped at Peevely. They went back to the shop, nothing major bent. A couple tubes, they built it again, and they're out here. Sam Mars will not improve, but Dennis Erb Jr. does improve. 12.148 for Dennis Erb Jr., 12.148 for Dennis Erb Jr. And again, hats off to Sam Mars, Jimmy Mars, MB Customs to get that car repaired after a wild flip at Peevely a week ago to make this swing. But Dennis Erb Jr. and 2-time Crew Chief of the Year with the World of Outlaws, Heather Line, go to the top of the charts. 12.148 for Dennis Erb Jr. A pair of MD3 Rookie of the Year contenders up next at Bakersfield, California. And the Longhorn Clements, ASD Motorsports, Jarrett Rifles, Ozio, BK Grading and Paving, Penske, Boswell Oil, Torco Racing Oils, American Racing Wheels, H&A Development, number 74X, it's Ethan Dotson, winner at the Illini 100. Out there with them, MT3 Rookie of the Year contender out of Winona, Minnesota, the Longhorn, Vic Hill, Girl Mail, Herco Companies, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Oak Ridge Fabrication, Foreman's HVAC, On-Demand Shirts, Rush Race Gear by Austin Woodstone Machinery, Willie's Carbon Dyno Shop, Swift Springs, number 49, Jake Tim. As Ashton mentioned, Jake Tim coming off his best finish of the season last Saturday night. Here comes Ethan Dotson. Opening lap for Dotson. Second quick, 12.156 for Dotson. Jake Tim on his opening lap here in the 49. Jake Tim, third quick, 12.217. 12.217 for Tim. And final lap here for Ethan Dotson. Well,
not improve. 12.471 lap time. 12.156 better his first lap. Jake Tim to the top of the charts in the Gorilla Mill. 49.12.096 for Jake Tim. 12.096 for Jake Tim. He goes to the top of the charts in the Gorilla Mill. 49 is the Gorilla Loose tonight. We'll see 4 of 16 completed here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A. Up next, the World of Outlaws point leader out of Oakwood, Illinois, and the Longhorn Vic Hill, Low Voltage Solutions, Churchill Transportation, Cullen Brothers Towing, Rio Grande Way Services, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Carnegie Towing and Auto Repair, Fast One Speed Shop, Toyota Danville, Lincoln Tree Service, Prototype, Bilstein, number 32, Bobby Pierce. Out of Benton, Kentucky, the Longhorn Clements, Coleman Farms Racing, MPM Marketing, Bilstein, VP Racing Fuels, C Motorsports, Supreme Enterprises, Custom Automotive, Autism Awareness, Rock Bottom Dirt Works, Oasis Hair and Natural Hair Salon, number 96, Tanner English. Opening lap here for the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce. Fifth quick, he has work to do. 12.821, Tanner English, fifth quick now, 12.502. Out qualifies Pierce. Pierce on his final lap only moves up to fifth quick, 12.472 for the 32, and Tanner English faster, fourth quick for the 96, 12.233. Oh man, Bobby Pierce sixth quick out of 6 cars, and Tanner English fourth quick at a 12.233, but it's still Jake Tim atop of the charts at a 12.096. Oh man, Bobby Pierce has never finished inside the top 10 here in his 2 starts, and right now 6th out of 6 here in qualifying. Up next, we get ready for number 50 machine. That is going to be Ryan Corbett out of Grand Forks, North Dakota. The MD Custom Chassis Pro Power under the hood. The SNS Transport, United Valley Bank, CHS Ag, Homegrown Goat Milk. Number 50, Ryan Corbett, and the Reaper, Ryan Gustin, third in the World of Outlaws point standings. A former winner here with the Outlaws out of Marshalltown, Iowa. In the Infinity, Jay Dickens, Cootie Motorsports, Hooker Trucking, LNC Moose Gutters, Carl Chevrolet, VP Racing Fuels, Heartland, Mel Hamilton, Ford Racing, Midwest Sheet Metal, Fertilizer Equipment Specialist, number 19R, the Reaper, Ryan Gustin. Ryan Corbett, 7th quick, 12.686. Up next, Ryan Gustin, 8th quick, 12.872. Corbett, faster, 7th quick, 12.526. Oh man, Gustin has work to do here. The 19R will cross the line. Ryan Gustin, 7th quick, 12.478. Oh man. You have Gustin 7th, Bobby 6th out of 8 complete here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A. Up next out of Chatham, Illinois, in the Bob Cullen Racing, Longhorn Durham, Thomason Express, Hooker Trucking, J&J Ventures Gaming, KBZ Graphics, Allgaier Performance Parts, Cheap Cars, Ted Brown's Quality Paint and Body Shop, Midwest Sheet Metals, VP Racing Fuels, Race Ranch, number 3S, Squirrel, Brian Shirley. Joining him on the Speedway at a Hawley, Minnesota, and the MB Custom Grand Shill powered engine under the hood. The Joel DeWald Farms, R&H Lambo, trouble for Shirley. He's at up and over the cushion in 3 and 4. Shirley up and over the cushion. That will draw the yellow. So drivers enter the speedway in turn 4. They have a lap to gas it up. He never took the green, so therefore he will still have 2 laps of qualifying here. Here's the DIRTVision replay. Shirley up and over the groove. You know, quarter-mile bull ring, high bank, just like Illinois. You talk to these Illinois guys, and they say it's just different. They can't compare it to back home. The dirt is different. They can't compare it to back home. It's completely different. It's crazy how much of a difference it is. Cole Schill, also on the Speedway, as I was mentioning, from Hawley, Minnesota, the MB Custom Grandpa Schill powered, Joel DeWald Farms, R&H Landscape Supply, Asplin Site Work, Metz Company Trailer, number 44 Star, Shirley, 6th quick, 12.469. Cole Schill will go 10th quick, 13.158. Final lap here for the 3S of Brian Shirley. He will cross the line here, and Shirley to the top of the charts goes Shirley, 12.011. Cole Schill will not improve. He will stay 10th quick, but Brian Shirley to the top of the charts in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A at a 12.011 for the 3S of Brian Shirley. It's Brian Shirley, Jake Tim, Dennis Erb Jr., Ethan Dotson, currently the top 4 with the front row starting spots in the opening 2 heat races of the night. Tanner English 5th, Sam Mars 6th, Bobby Pierce 7th, Ryan Gustin 8th, Ryan Corbett 9th, Cole Schill in 10th. 10 cars have taken green in Group A, 6 cars to go. And up next in the number 15, making her World of Outlaws Real American Beer late model debut out of Fargo, North Dakota in the Rocket Pro Power, Donnie Schatz Racing. Schatz Crossroads. Excuse the trouble for saying he's off the pace here in the 12th, and he's going to take it into the infield. So we will slow Layla down here as Brad Sang, track promoter, off the pace, and I believe there might be something on the racetrack here. DIRTVision replay, what happened here with the 12 of Brad Sang, track promoter here at River Cities Speedway in the 12. Looks like drive shaft on the 12. Unfortunate start for Brad Sang. Hey, you know, promoting a race here at Grand Forks and still out here racing. Thank you to all that he does, and thank you for having the Outlaws here. Of course, one of the best stops all year long with the World of Outlaws. And yeah, getting confirmed by the World of Outlaws, powered over the radio, powered by Racing Electronics. Drive shaft on the 12, officially confirmed for Brad Sang. And that MB Custom Pro Power, Forks Freightliner, Valley Oral and Facial Surgery, SNS Transport number 12. There's Drake Troutman, most recent winner on the tour in the 22 star, overlooking things. So we will get qualifying resumed here shortly. There's Ethan Dotson talking with R.C. Whitwell. Those two used to race IMC Modifieds together back at Bakersfield Speedway in California. Now look at them, teammates in the World of Outlaws. All right, making her World of Outlaws debut out of Fargo, North Dakota, the Rocket Pro Power, Donnie Schatz Racing, Jordown Metals Recycling, Ellingson, Schatz Crossroads, Turf Tammers, Petro Stopping Centers, O'Day Equipment and O'Day Tank and Steel. Number 15, Layla Eisenshank. Layla will cross the line in the 15, and she'll go 10th quick on her first ever qualifying effort with the Outlaws at a 12.853. They feel really good with a late model. Been running the Wissota late models a lot around here, and multiple wins for them. She will go faster, 10th quick, 12.8 flat for the 15 of Layla Eisenshank. Fargo, North Dakota, multiple 305 wing sprint car victories and lots of 410 top 10s. There you see Dennis Erb Jr. in the 28 on DIRTVision. Getting ready for heat races coming up. Dennis Erb right now, 3rd quick overall in Real American Beer, qualifying Group A. So Brad Sang, unfortunately, unable to complete a lap. We have 4 cars to go. Joining us from Ham Lake, Minnesota, and Longhorn, Vic Hill, Shaw Trucking, Blaine Brothers Towing, Loop Tech, North American Trailer, Dean Oil, West Bay Leasing, Structural Buildings, number 42S, it's Don Shaw. In the 19, in Rochester, Minnesota, the Longhorn Pro Power, Holmberg Construction, Paulson Rock Products, J&S Repair, JCB Equipment, Rochester Chevrolet, 63 Club, Yagi Trucking, CBR Drilling, Heavy Hitch, number 19, Dustin Sorensen. Opening lap here for Don Shaw. He'll go 6th quick. Good lap for Don Shaw, 12.298. Dustin Sorensen, 11th quick. He has work to do on lap 2, 12.562 for Sorensen, 11th quick. Don Shaw will cross the line faster for Shaw. 3rd quick, 12.122 for Don Shaw. And Dustin Sorensen will improve, but stay 11th quick, 12.5584. Dustin Sorensen, oh man, Sorensen 11th, but how about Don Shaw, Ham Lake, Minnesota? 3rd quick at a 12.122. There you see Tanner English in the 96. Momentum after getting his best finish of the season a week ago in that Coltman Farms Racing number 96. Only 2 cars to go here in Group A. We get ready to welcome them onto the Speedway. Joining us in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, that's going to be Shane Edgington, DMB Custom Adams Power Performance Automotive, SNS Transport, Polymer Shapes, Common Signs, Cousins Oil and Lubricants, Red River Messenger Incorporated, number 5E, and Michael Leach of the Sun River, Montana, and the Longhorn Cornet Dust Pods, Willow Ranch, Hellraiser Jacks, Longhorn Dynamics, number 09. Michael Leach excited to get to Nodak. Of course, that not too far from the Montana state line where he's from. Edgington will go 12th quick, 12.720. 12th quick for Shane. Here comes Michael Leach, 8th quick at a 12.420. 12.420 for Michael Leach. And final lap time here for Shane Edgington. He'll cross the line and he'll go faster. 13th quick, 12.578. And Michael Leach will cross the line. He'll go faster. 8th quick at a 12.383. No one's going to stop him. Brian Shirley, top of the charts here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group A at a 12.011 over Jake Tim. So how about the front row of the opening heat of the night? Brian Shirley and Don Shaw in 3S and 42S. And then you have Jake Tim in the 49, who did really, really well qualifying with a 28 at Dennis Erb Jr. And there you see Brian Shirley on DIRTVision. So yeah, opening 2 heats of the night, Shirley Shaw on the front row, and then you have Jake Tim and Dennis Erb Jr. there in heat race number 2. We commence Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B. Out of Richmond, Indiana, Infinity by Well, Spec Power, Gibson Racing, Vision Woodworks, KG Sword Nozzles, DCE Fabrication, Hardest Towing Service, Burt Transmission, FK Roddins, VP Racing Fuels, number 20 TC, Tricky Tristan Chamberlain. Making her World of Outlaws debut out of Fargo, North Dakota, the Rocket Durham, Donnie Schatz Racing, Jordow, Metals Recycling, Ellingson, Schatz Crossroads, Turf Tammers, Petro, O'Day Equipment, and Tank and Steel. Number 1, Amelia Eisenschenk. First lap for Chamberlain, 14.422. Amelia going to go second quick, 13.015 in the 1. Chamberlain will cross the line here in the 20 TC for his final lap. Former World 100 Rookie of the Year in the 20 TC, faster, 13.386. And Amelia also faster, stays second quick, 12.664 for Amelia Eisenschenk. But it's Tristan Chamberlain setting the bar here in Group B at a 12.386. A pair of Outlaws up next, trying to beat Tristan Chamberlain's 12.386. Out of Mooresville, North Carolina, second in the World of Outlaws point standings. Longhorn Clements, Tide Touring Racing, Nos Energy Drink, Lone Wolf Petroleum, C&W Trucking, Petroff Towing, Holdren Construction, Bilstein, Tri-Valley Equipment, Tide Touring Performance Parts, number 9, Nick Hoffman. In the B1 of the Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the Longhorn Vic Hill, Under Pressure Washers, Fuel Factory, Hancock Corporation, Soyber Camp Wrenches, T-Peck, The Real Cafe, B1, Brett Larson. Had the Dirt King simulators fastest hot lap. Can he translate that into qualifying? Nick Hoffman will cross the line. Nick Hoffman second quick, 12.476. 12.476 for Nick Hoffman. Brent Larson fourth quick at a 12.789. 12.789 for the B1. Nick Hoffman will cross the line and he will go slower, 12.528. First lap better, second quick, 12.476. And then Brent Larson will cross the line faster, but stay fourth quick, 12.744. After 4 cars, it's Tristan Chamberlain here fastest in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B at a 12.386. Nick Hoffman second, Amelia Eisenschenk third, and Brent Larson fourth quick. Next 2 qualifiers getting ready to roll onto the Speedway. Joining us from Renner, South Dakota, in the Rocket Clements Western Provisions, Bargain Barn Tire Center, Asphalt Pros, Hal Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Fire, Glanzer Trucking, Bargain Barn Motorsports, Katie Day Realtor, Slicker Graphics, number 76, Snowdrift, Blair Nodor. Joining us from Decorah, Iowa, the Infinity Vic Hill powered Skyline Motorsports, Bruning Rock Products, Olsen Explosives, Truck Country, Quick Supply, Brown's Heavy Equipment, Hovden Oil, JW Bell, VP Racing Fuels, Midwest Sheet Metal, All-Star Graphics, Simpson, Bilstein Race Range, number 16, Fear the Beard, Tyler Bruni. Up first for Snowdrift, he'll cross the line to the top of the charts goes Snowdorf, 12.257. Here in Group B, Bruning goes faster, 12.105 for Tyler Bruning. Can Nodorf take it? No, he doesn't. Slower, 12.29. Last time, 12.257. Tyler Bruning doesn't go faster, but it doesn't matter. Fear the Beard goes to the top of the charts, 12.105 here in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B. In the 16 at a 12-105, Blair Nodorf second quick, Tristan Chamberlain third, Nick Hoffman fourth, Amelia Eisenshank fifth, and Brent Larson sixth. 6 of 15 have completed qualifying here in Group B. We get ready to welcome the next two competitors. Joining us from Lake Elmo, Minnesota, the third-generation driver in his first year of Super Late Model competition in the Rocket Vic Hill Hanco Corporation Fuel Factory line design, number 8, Matthew Larson. The six-time River Cities Speedway track champion of East Grand Forks, Minnesota, the Longhorn Vic Hill, Walhalla Building Center, Frigie Farms, QNZ Plumbing and Heating, Key Weight and Truck Center, BMG Welder Supply, Double Deuce Bar and Grill, Cars Grain Service, the Bun Lounge. Number 71, Dustin Strand. Matthew Larson will cross the line. Matthew Larson will go 6th quick, 12, a 6.92. And Dustin Strand, 5th quick, 12.515. Matthew Larson has the bragging rights at the dinner table with his dad. He goes faster than him. And Matthew Larson faster, 6th quick at a 12.580. And here comes Dustin Strand. He will not improve. He'll keep lap 1, 12.515 to go 5th quick. That time, 12.543. Matthew Larson, 6th quick. Dustin Strand, 5th quick. It's Tyler Bruning, Blair Nodorf, Tristan Chamberlain, Nick Hoffman, the top four. The top four is where you want to be to start in the front row of heats 3 and 4. Making his return after a 10-year absence to River Cities Speedway, one of the 5 multi-time winners here at River Cities Speedway with the World of Outlaws out of Watertown, New York, the 2006 World of Outlaws champion, 36-time World of Outlaws feature winner, T-Mac, Tim McCready, and the Longhorn Clements, Dave Warren, Power Sports, Briggs Transport, Corey Rubber Corporation, Excess Storage, Valvoline, Trans 58, number 9. Out there with them, the two-time and defending WISSOTA national champion. Oh, and did we mention he won the national championship in his rookie season 2 years ago? Out of Hickson, North Dakota, in the Rocket Chassis, Corky Thomas powered aggressive towing and recovery, high power crane, A-Flab railings and metalworks, powder coat specialist, quick lift by TP Fabricating, West Auto Body, number 1, TPO, Tyler Peterson. Tim McCready goes 6th quick, 12.560. Here comes Tyler Peterson. Peterson 10th quick, 13.151 for the 1 TPO. He has work to do on lap 2. Tim McCready was 6th quick in his opening lap. He'll cross the line faster. 4th quick for T-Mac, 12.453. And Tyler Peterson, 3rd quick for the TPO at a 12.354. Tyler Peterson, 3rd quick at a 12.354. And Tim McCready gets bumped down to 5th quick at a 12.453. Things getting exciting here at River Cities Speedway, and it's only qualifying time. Next two qualifiers, a pair of Outlaws out of Heinemann, Pennsylvania. It's going to be Drake Troutman and the Longhorn Cornet Team 22 Incorporated, Victory Circle Auto Sales, Gambler Transport, Brickhouse Tavern, Messia Valley Transportation, RFI Resources, Jerry Siding and Roofing, Schaefer Construction, Shoes, Diesel Performance, Stone Natural Resources, Dirt Kings Apparel and Simulators. Number 22 star most recent winner, Drake Troutman, your MT3 Rookie of the Year point leader. And out of Hampton, Georgia, Ashton Winger in the Fusion Durham, Jeff Matthews Motorsports, Recreational Vehicle Select, Kurz, Kaiser Integra, Super K Express, New Point Lighting and Design, A+ Collision Center. Number 12, Ashton Winger. Drake Troutman will cross the line. He'll go 5th quick, 12.407, 12.407 for Troutman. Here comes Winger in the 12, 4th quick for Winger, 12.362. And here comes Drake Troutman in the 22 star. He will not improve. He'll stay 6th quick, 12.407. Ashton Winger will cross the line in the 12, and Winger goes faster. 3rd quick for Winger, 12.328 for Ashton Winger in the 12. Drake Troutman 6th quick, but right now it's Tyler Bruning atop of the charts in Group B at a 12.105 over that driver on your screen right there on DIRTVision. Blair Nodorf 2nd quick, who has the pole currently in heat race number 4. Ashton Winger 3rd, Tyler Peterson 4th. Only 3 cars to go in Real American Beer Late Model Qualifying Group B. In car 73 from Laurie, Minnesota, the Longhorn Vic Hill, Midwest Machinery Company, Fiber Act, BoltsandNuts.com, DS Power Sports, number 73, Zach Johnson. Out there with him in the number E85 out of Portland, North Dakota, Jason Strand, the Longhorn, Sour Power, North Dakota Court Council, Hatton Co-op, SRT Specialties, Performance Automotive, Sour Power, Larry's Carburetor, number E85, Jason Strand. Opening lap for Zach Johnson, 13th quick, 12.836. Opening lap coming up here for Jason Strand. He will cross the line 14th quick, 13.375. Johnson will improve, stay 13th quick, 12.744, better on lap 2. And Jason Strand will cross the line, and he'll go 12th quick, faster, 12.722. Checkered flag out. Johnson gets bumped down to 14th. And there you see a pair of Illinois guys talking it out. Brian Shirley on the right, Bobby Pierce on the left. And trying to talk just how different this quarter-mile bull ring is to the ones back home in Illinois. Final qualifier here this evening, getting ready to roll onto the speedway out of Evans, Georgia. The Longhorn Clement Stein Motorsports, Richard David Legacy Motorsports, Shaw Trucking, Budweiser, Morley, Tribble Electric, VP Racing Fuels, Bob Oswald Oil, Supply Chain Management, Buffalo Bar and Grill, Convenient Lube. Number 2, Cody Overton, 53. World of Outlaws starts, best finished third at Volusia this year. After Sunshine Nationals was the World of Outlaws point leader. Unfortunately, they flipped that one car earlier in the year. They just haven't found that same feeling that they had at the beginning of the year, trying to get back to that balance. Cody Overton trying to turn things around, and he goes 13th quick, 12.735 for the 2 of Cody Overton. Time to beat. Tyler Bruning's 12.105. Cody Overton will cross the line, and he will not go faster, 12.843. He'll keep lap 1, 12.735. 13th quick for Cody Overton. No one's going to stop him. Tyler Bruning will go fastest in Real American Beer. Qualifying Group B at a 12.105 here this evening. He will have the front row of heat race number 3 with Ashton Winger. And Blair Nodorf will have the front row with the 1 TPO at Tyler Peterson in Heat 4. But it's that driver right there, Brian Shirley. Overall quick time tonight, 12.011 for the Squirrel. Brian Shirley, Ashton Smythe has a report.
I'm actually standing alongside driver of the 3S, Brian Shirley, quickest overall on property. How much of a confidence boost is that moving forward into the rest of the night, knowing, hey, okay, I have the fastest car here?
I mean, it's always nice to get the first check mark of the night out of the way. Second one's going to come in the heat, and then we'll see what the third one comes in the features. So far we got the first one checked off. We'll go out here and see what we can do in this heat race.
A confident Brian Shirley after picking up overall quick time here tonight in qualifying.
Yeah, and of course his third quick time of the season, coming off third at Peevely Saturday night. 3 times he's finished third already this season. His best finish of the year, of course, Shirley won 4 of the 7 before heading into Charlotte last year, and Shirley, of course, a winner here a year ago at River Cities. That's going to do it for hot laps and qualifying here at River Cities Speedway. Up next, opening ceremonies for everyone watching around the world. On DIRTVision, we'll step aside and be right back from River Cities Speedway.
I think it's a very big deal that we have AMCUS, providing us with the AMCUS cutting tools throughout our series and World Racing Group. It's good that we were able to get a product in that's reliable and it does the job. If for some reason we had to cut a car apart or get access to a driver or a patient, we know that this tool here is definitely the one that we're going to work the best, get us in there quickly.
Real American beer made for real Americans like us, brothers.
MD3, the most advanced body panels on the market. Aerodynamically engineered, manufactured from the highest grade and lightest weight materials, tested tough offer optimum performance, the highest quality and most durable products you'll find anywhere. Our products help racers around the world reach victory lane. Winning never looks so good. MD3, the #1 body choice for top dirt racers.
Race fans, don't miss the Dirt Car Summer Nationals at Spoon River Speedway.
Green flag in the air and showtime! Slider coming, there goes Air Force. Just enough room to sneak by between himself and the turn 2 wall there. This is going to get good here. Everybody running that top groove here. Getting their AC down around the bottom. Crossing him over, another good battle.
Hot laps at 6 p.m., racing at 7. Be there.
At Kaiser Manufacturing, our commitment to engineering and developing new products is reflected in the wide range of fabricated items we produce for the manufacturing and retail industries. From simple to complex fabrication, we can do that. We have a full team of engineers ready to take your concept from prototype to full production. Call us for a quote today to see your next idea brought to life. Kaiser Manufacturing, proud to be Michigan made.
Welcome back to everyone watching around the world on DIRTVision, home to the greatest shows on dirt. Right here with the World of Outlaws, Real American Beer Late Models at River Cities Speedway tonight. John Roberts alongside me, the voice of River Cities Speedway. Always love working alongside John. John, thank you for having us on your podcast earlier this week. Me and Steve Francis got to preview the night, and man, what a night we're going to have.
You know what? We all know who you guys are, you and Steve, but sometimes it's kind of nice to go behind the scenes a little bit, and you guys are so awesome to work with. We look forward to you guys coming up here, and like you said, greatest show on dirt. The best late model drivers on the planet are here. We saw the timing and the qualifying. I think we got the fixings for a really good night of racing.
Yeah, and of course, 2 divisions joining us as well on the docket tonight. We got the Midwest Modifieds and the Street Stocks. Some really good car counts there as well.
Yeah, we got 29 of the Happy Harry's bottle shops with Soda Midwest Mods tonight. 22 of the Big Al's Construction with Soda Street Stocks. Everybody wants to be here. You know, you get to your support classes and they go, oh boy, it's going to be on DIRTVision. We got to get there. And so here we go. What a great car count.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really is. A couple more touches with a water truck taking place right now on the outside of turns 3 and 4. Once we complete that, we'll get ready for opening ceremonies. Just to remind you, the order of events. Ashton told us at the top of the show, but if you weren't tuned in just quite yet, we'll get ready for opening ceremonies. Midwest Modified Heats, I believe you have 4, correct, John?
Yes.
Yep, 4 there. And then we will get ready for our 4 World of Outlaw Heat races, followed by Street Stock Heat races here this evening. And I believe you have...
We've got 3 of those, so there will not be a B main for them.
There you go, 3 there. And then we'll get ready for tonight's top 8 redraw. And then Land of Pressure Washer Last Chance Showdowns action, Midwest Modified Feature, Street Stock Feature, and tonight 40 laps, $12,000 to win. Austin, we good? All right, water truck off the racetrack. Race fans, it is time for opening ceremonies. To conduct it, we'll send it downstairs to Ashton Smythe.
Thanks so much, guys. One more piece of business to take care of before we kick off the rest of tonight's racing action. So you're joining us here in North Dakota. I ask that you please rise if you are able and remove your hats. And I'm going to hand the microphone over to the chaplain here at River City Speedway's Mr. Jim Roberstead to give tonight's invocation.
Shall we pray? Dear God, we thank you for the gift of such a beautiful evening, the opportunity to come to this track. There's so many things that we're thankful for, your love for us, that love manifested through Christ. And Lord, we pray for the safety of the drivers, the pit crews, everybody involved in this race tonight. For we know that they'll be going hard and driving fast, and that's why they're here, to win. And so we just pray that your protection will be upon them. Help us to honor you in this place tonight, we pray. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, Jim, and please remain standing as we honor our friends to the north with the playing of the Canadian National Anthem. Thank you, and please remain standing as we honor our great country with the playing of the national anthem. Thank you so much, River Cities Speedways. Take your seats, get comfortable, and get ready for some great heat races. And kicking it off tonight, the Midwest Modifieds.
Thank you very much, Ashton. Ready to rock and roll. John Roberts, the voice of River Cities Speedway, kicks it off tonight. Go ahead, my friend.
Thank you very much, Ruben. And boy, what a great way to kick off the show again, folks. Quick reminder here, no smoking or vaping in the grandstands. We've got a place for you right outside the beer gardens to do that. If you have to smoke or vape here in the grandstands and you can't make it out there, probably shouldn't be doing it anyway. Also, keep your eyes open on the girls in pink. The North Dakota Eye Clinic 50/50 ticket sales. Girls are out walking around. Chance for you to buy those 50/50 tickets. And you never know, could get lucky. Might get home with a little extra money tonight. Couple of events coming up. We're looking forward to it. Of course, racing will be on Wednesday this week here at the world-famous legendary Bull Ring. It's going to be an awesome night. Wednesday again as we give you time off then for our 4th of July celebration, which is coming up on Friday, of course, Independence Day. So it's going to be a great show. It'll be a regular show here with the A-Mods, too. So that's going to be fun. And then, of course, coming up on July 11th, world-famous Budweiser Clydesdales make an appearance here before the races from 5 to 7. All right, get ready for the Happy Harry's Bottle Shops with Soda Midwest Modifieds. First of 4 heats. 29 entries tonight. Top 5 at each heat will transfer to the A-Main feature. Terry Nelson out of Grand Forks of the 54 will be your pole sitter on the inside of row number 1, with Logan Bauer in the 77B lining up on the outside. Argusville, North Dakota driver Reese Stenberg in the 87S lining up on the inside of row 2. Matt Scout been on a roll lately. The McIntosh Michelin, the 2S on the outside of row 2. Lowry, Minnesota's Onyx Johnson, don't see him here very often, drives the 73 lining up on the inside of row 3 with McKenna Rommel, last year's National with Soda Midwest Modified Rookie of the Year on the outside of row 3 in the 15 car. Darren Lawler in the 19 making the trip down from Grand Rapids on the inside of row 4 with Taylor Jacobson out of Roseau, Minnesota in the 46J lining up on the outside of row 4. Well, got some of our guys actually spectating today. Joey Peterson, Joey J. Money Peterson in the house, along with Big Herm watching tonight. Welcome, everybody, to the world-famous legendary Bull Ring. So, again, Terry Nelson and Logan Bauer will line up on row number 1 as they bring all of these Happy Harry's Bottle Shops with Soda Midwest Modifieds into the pits. Makes the show go a lot quicker that way. So what we're going to try to do here is after the Last Chance Showdown, the World of Outlaws, Late Models, Land of Pressure Washers, Last Chance Showdown, we're going to try to sneak in a quick candy toss, brought to you by Tammy Howard with Greenberg Realty. So again, be ready for that. It's going to be a very quick one. Also, they'll probably be out there with the shirt cannon, I would imagine. Check out for that with the Signature Graphics shirt cannon, throwing out those Signature Graphics t-shirts into the grandstands. All coming up during a very quick little intermission. We're going to try to get one in. Again, we want to get this show in for you tonight. World-famous legendary bullring getting ready to kick off a beautiful Friday night of racing. And it looks like we've got them lined up for heat number 1. Your Happy Harry's Bottle Shops with Soda Midwest Modifieds. Terry Nelson, Logan Bauer on the front row. Keep your eyes open on that American Egg Network flag stand for the green flag. Here we go, getting ready to go 8 laps. And we're green flag racing. Scow already going way up to the high side of that green, white, and yellow 2S. Scow going to get around the 54 of Terry Nelson, diving into turn 3. Here they come out of turn number 4. Logan Bauer in the 77B, your leader from Erskine, Minnesota. Of course, him and Scow from the same neck of the woods there. These guys know each other awfully well as they come out of turn number 4. Another lap in the books. There'll be 6 to go this time by. Logan Bauer, your leader, followed by Matt Scow, McKenna Rommel, rounding out your top 3. Now coming down to the bottom side of Rommel is Terry Nelson in that 54. Taylor Jacobson in the 46J, rounding out your top 5. Another one in the books, and Logan Bauer doing a great job of holding up that 2S of Scow. And now Bauer gets high. Scow down underneath, and they're side by side down the back straightaway. Into turn 3, Scow dives down to the bottom, and we're going to have a new leader with 4 to go. Welcome Tommy Corcoran in the T1. He's also spectating here tonight down to the East End. If you get a chance to run into him, you got to say hi to the guy. He's an awesome dude. Scow leads with 2 to go. Scow now starting to pull ahead from that second place 77B of Logan Bauer. McKenna Rommel right up there all over Bauer's rear end. White flag, 1 to go for Scow. Here comes your leader coming out of turn number 4. Make a little noise for the 2S of Matt Scow. And again, your winner out of McIntosh, Minnesota. They call it the McIntosh Missile, the 2S of Matt Scow. 77B of Logan Bauer in second. McKenna Rommel rounding out the top 3 of the 15 car. What a great race for second there. Terry Nelson in the 54 in fourth, followed by Taylor Jacobson in the 46J in fifth, followed by Onyx Johnson, Reese Stenberg, Darren Lawler, your top 8. And again, your winner, heat number 1 of your Happy Harry's Bottle Shops with Soda Midwest Modifieds goes to the 2S of Matt Scow. Second heat already on the track. Lance Ralph out of Winnipeg in the 54R, your pole sitter on the inside of 1, with Oak Bank, Manitoba, Canada's Glenn Manning in the 15M on the outside of 1. It's a Winnipeg show with Austin Hunter in the 44 on the inside of 2. Frank Beert out of Winnipeg in the 06 on the 08 on the outside of 2. The BO of Jory Berg, there's a Grand Forks boy. He'll be on the inside of row number 3 with Rebecca Stutzty out of St. Andrews, Manitoba, Canada in the 24JR on the outside. Bemidji's CJ LaValle in the 33L all alone in row number 4. 5 Canadians, 1 Grand Forks, and 1 Bemidji. Here we go, green flag, second heat. Your Happy Harry's Bottle Shops with Soda Midwest Modifieds. And that wasn't good. The 33 has got, well, they're missing something, and it's the right rear tire. CJ LaValle out of Bemidji in that 33L, and I did not see, it looks like it just fell off and he dug in. But that's going to bring out a caution before we even get rolling. Yeah, looking at the replay, and it just done fell off. Somebody could get a butt chewing, maybe not. Could have been a broken part, you never know. But, boy, that's a bummer for 33L of CJ LaValle out of Bemidji. So they're going to wait. They're going to have to get him off the track on a hook. So we've still got 8 laps to go here the second heat. Again, check out any of our concession stands here at River Cities Speedway. Their food here is incredible. Also, check out the Buffalo Wild Wings Beer Gardens. Be watching for the girls in pink in the North Dakota Eye Clinic 50/50 ticket sales girls. They're out walking around making, well, they're working their butts off. So keep your eyes open for them. Maybe a chance for you to win a little money for going home here tonight. So they try to get the 33L of CJ LaValle hooked up and hauled off the racetrack here. So again, we got racing coming up on Wednesday, folks, at the world-famous legendary Bull Ring. NOSA Buffalo Wild Wings Outlaw Sprints, the Wissota Street Stocks, the Wissota Midwest Mods, the late models, and the A-Mods are back. Love it when the A-Mods are here. You know, race fans, all motor vehicle crashes are preventable. Vision Zero and the North Dakota Department of Transportation remind you to always drive distraction-free. All right, got the down car off of the racetrack now. We'll give him just a second here to get back into the pits and get safely away. All right, we'll line them up. I'm guessing about a lap to go. Caution flags are flashing on the back straightaway. And it looks like the caution lights are already out, so we'll try this again. Austin Hunter. Well, I thought he was going to be the leader, but he will not be. Lance Ralph will still be the 54R, and Glenn Manning of the 15M on the outside. Evergreen Insurance restart. They did not get a lap in, so we'll go 8. And here we go back to green flag racing. As they come out of turn number 4, let's see what lap number 1 brings us. Your leader will be that 54 of Lance Ralph, the 54R. Ralph followed by the 15M of Glenn Manning. And now down on the bottom side, the 44 of Austin Hunter. Hunter going to squeeze underneath Glenn Manning's 15M. Hunter going to be your new leader coming out of turn number 4, and he is. 44 of Austin Hunter is your leader with 6 laps remaining. And now Hunter looks like he's starting to pull away from the rest of the field. Took him a couple of laps to get through these guys, and boy, that 44 is taking off. Hunter, Beert, Ralph, your top 3. So now Beert up into second place. Jory Berg has worked his way into 4th in the BO. And now it looks like Berg has moved his way up into the top 3. So it'll be Austin Hunter, Frank Beert, Jory Berg, Glenn Manning, and Lance Ralph, your top 5. Rebecca Stutzty in 6th. And CJ LaValle again off in the 33L. Leaders coming out of turn number 4. It's the 44 of Austin Hunter. He'll take the white flag. No, 2 to go. Make that 2 laps to go. Frank Beert in second of the 08. Jory Berg of the BO. Drop back a little bit. Got a little bit of a gap now between first and second, second and third and fourth. In fact, they're all starting to spread out now around the whole racetrack. 1 to go. White flag for 44 of Austin Hunter. And here he comes, your leader, and he'll take the checkered flag, make some noise. Your winner, the 44 of Austin Hunter. And again, your winner of heat number 2 is Austin Hunter of the 44. The 08 of Frank Beert in second. Jory Berg of the BO in third. Glenn Manning 4th, followed by Lance Ralph, Rebecca Stutzky. CJ LaValle is officially going to be listed as 7th. Did not get a lap in with the tire falling out. But again, your winner out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, the 44 of Austin Hunter. All right, just like that, we take a look up. Heat number 3 getting up there ready to go. Connor Drury out of Bemidji in the 18X, your pole sitter on the inside of number 1. Kylan Bargerson got his first win here about a week or so ago in the 29 on the outside of 1. Jamie Deitzler drives the 39, lining up on the inside of row number 2 with Nate Rossica, the 57 on the outside. Malachi Klassen coming up from Winkler, Manitoba, Canada on the 47 on the inside of 3. Ryan Scow, the 28S on the outside. Tommy Nichols out of Watertown of the 28 all alone in row number 4. Here we go, heat number 3. Happy Harry's Bottle Shops, Wissota Midwest Mods, green flag. Well, Kylan Vargason starting where he left off a couple of weeks ago. Of course, again, picking up his first win. And he's going to lead lap number 1. Vargason of the 29, Jamie Deitzler of the 39 in second. Connor Drury rounding out your top 3. So again, Vargason, Deitzler, Drury, then followed by Ryan Scout, Tommy Nichols, Malachi Klassen, Nate Rosica in 7th. Kylan Vargason with the fastest lap so far in this heat race with a 14.160. Vargason now with 4 to go as he leads Deitzler. And now Ryan Scow has worked his way up into 3rd place, the 28S, as he gets around that 18X of Connor Drury. Nichols in 5th, followed by Klassen and Rosica. Kylan Vargason, 2 laps to go. Boy, Jamie Deitzler, that 39 car, he's doing everything he can to try to reel in that 29. You know, Kylan Vargason, just a young'un. And they say, you know, the hardest one is that first one, and it's usually a little easier after that. Well, he got the first win here a week or so ago, and he's looking good now. White flag, 1 to go. Looked like Deitzler might have gained a little bit on him, but I think that 29 is safe. And it is. There he is. Kylan Vargason, your winner. '29 car, Kylan Vargason, your winner. 39 of Jamie Deitzler in second. Ryan Scow, the 28S in third, followed by Tommy Nichols, Connor Drury, Malachi Klassen, and Nate Rosica. And again, your winner is Kylan Vargason. All right, one more heat to go of your Happy Harry's Bottle Shops with Soda Midwest Modifieds. Memphis Klassen out of Winkler, Manitoba, Canada, the 47K, the pole sitter on the inside of row number 1, with Tanner Thies out of New Rockford, North Dakota, in the 35 on the outside. Bemidji's Justin Jones drives the 8 car. He's going to line up on the inside of row number 2 with Bailey Cousins, another Manitoba driver out of Stanley, in the 7B on the outside. Maverick Strand, the rookie, in the E15 on the inside of row number 3 with Chris Kruk out of Langdon, the 87. Luke Johnson all alone in row number 4 from Miller, South Dakota. He drives the 3 car. 7 cars again, ready to go 8 laps. Happy Harry's Bottle Shops with Soda Midwest Modifieds. I think we're going to go green flag racing this time by. Here they come out of turn number 4. And there we go from the American Egg Network flag stand. We've got a green flag. And I guess we've got a caution. Apparently they didn't like the start, so we're going to do this again. I don't know who he didn't like on the start, if it was Jones or Kruk or who, but... or Klassen or Thies. Try it again. Klassen and Thies on the front row. Now we're back to green flag racing. Memphis Klassen, your leader. Out of Winkler, Manitoba, Canada, the 47K. Justin Jones in the 8 car in second. Here comes your leaders. Tanner Thies of the 35 will round out the top 3. Check that. 7B of Bailey Cousins now gets around Luke Johnson. So it'll be Klassen, Jones, and Cousins, your top 3. And again, these B-mods starting to spread out from one another. Memphis Klassen, the leader with 5 laps to go. Could be a race for second. We got Jones, Cousins, and Johnson kind of close together. 4 to go now for Memphis Klassen. All right, this time by 2 to go. Your leader, the 47K of Memphis Klassen. And now we got some racing going on there. Jones in second, Cousins third, Luke Johnson fourth, Maverick Strand in the top 5. All right, here we go. Checkered flag. Your winner going to be the 47K of Memphis Klassen. Klassen, your winner, followed by the 8 of Justin Jones, Luke Johnson, third, followed by Bailey Cousins, Maverick Strand, Chris Kruk, and Tanner Thies. And again, your winner of the 4th heat, the 47K of Memphis Klassen. And before we turn it back over, I'd like to wish a happy birthday to Alex Johnson, driver of the 007 car. Happy birthday, Alex.
Thank you very much, John. We get ready for the first of 4 heat races with the World of Outlaws Real American Beer late models. Cars in the staging area getting ready to rock and roll. 4 heat races, 8 laps the distance, top 4 transfer directly to the feature. Here's your starting lineup for Real American Beer Heat Race number 1. On the inside of the front row to Chatham, Illinois, the 3S, Brian Shirley.